Alright, what's up everybody? It's Crazy Alaskan Codshot, and I know I haven't done a Minecraft video in forever. I'll have a bit of a special treat for you today. I managed to get myself on 2b2t, which if you don't know what that is, it's pretty much the most toxic Minecraft server that's ever existed and probably ever will exist. It's also, well, quote every single Minecraft YouTuber ever, the oldest anarchy server in Minecraft history. I'll keep along with that. So it took me a good hour to get out of spawn alone, which was notorious enough. I knew the dangers, and you know, I've been watching FitMC, and I think there's another YouTuber that featured 2b2t, and like, you know, I kind of want to try this on my own and see how it is. So I got stuck in so many different places in the map. I got killed, I'd say a good 4 to 5 times before I finally escaped. I got stuck in freaking cobwebs that people put down to trap new players. I drowned. I got killed by withers. I got killed by withers multiple times actually. It was pretty bad. And then I got nether trapped several times by falling down holes. That was just the first half hour. I also died in the nether like 3 or 4 times. And the lag on the server didn't make things any better either, because I don't know if people make lag machines on purpose, but the server is pretty bad with lag. To be fair, there are a lot of players, but and then sometimes it'll just spawn you in the ocean and you'll just drown, which is also lovely. But eventually I did manage to find a good spawn without getting portal trapped multiple times. So eventually I did manage to get myself into the nether. I found the Eastern Highway, I believe it was, and I managed to find an untrapped portal that led to the overworld, which apparently, I tried to go by normal route without having to go to the nether, which didn't work. So I followed the pro tip that everybody else was talking about, and I just went to the nether, found the nether highway, then found a portal. Problem is, when I went through the first portal, it was on a giant cliff, and there was absolutely no way I could get down. There was a little lake at the bottom, but I didn't want to risk jumping that because I'd come too far. I've been walking in the freaking nether for like probably about a good 10 minutes before I found this portal, and so I had to jump to another one. That was right next door, thankfully, so I went back in, and luckily this one was actually on solid ground, not on a freaking hill, so it was pretty sweet. It was my first real experience of 2b2t without having to be like completely destroyed and spawned by withers and lava traps and everything else by griefers, but came across a skeleton in the middle of the road, and I never thought I'd see the day when I had to run away from a skeleton, because I had absolutely nothing. My hunger was at 3 bars. I had absolutely no food, no tools, nothing. The blocks I had to use in the nether to escape a little pit I fell into. And I wasn't, so, you know, the most common cause of death in 2b2t is starvation. Obviously, everybody knows that. And something I also don't see very often is a horrible lag in people's videos. So that's something that was also very unexpected. Considering it's hosted in New York City, you think it'd be a little bit better, but no, people make lag machines because they want to be pieces of crap. And I don't know what I was doing. Minecraft 1.12.2 is extremely different than what I'm used to. The controls, there's no swimming. It's a very strange Minecraft that I'm not familiar with. And the fact that I didn't die more times to fall damage or failing my parkour jumps or anything was actually very amazing. The only time I actually died to fall damage is the one time in the nether with those vines. But yeah, I had to sneak my way past skeletons, mounted skeletons. I only came across 2 or 3 withers though on the actual highway. I did manage to find the actual northern highway eventually. So I just kept going north because I do eventually want to make my way all the way up to the far north and just build a little underground settlement so that way I don't get massacred. But and I did come across a couple towns, a couple settlements that weren't complete. Well, okay, they were fairly completely griefed, but not as bad as some of the lava casts I've seen. It was pretty cool to see people's signs and stuff on like dates. I was able to eventually get my first wood plank, which was really satisfying and also very unsatisfying because I couldn't make a pickaxe or well, I could have made an axe, but I wanted to save my tools in case I needed to plant my own food. So I figured I might need a hoe because there was absolutely no food or anything in sight. Nothing in chest, nothing in the ender chest until I came across this gem. Now whoever put this stuff here, thank you so much. I don't know who you are, but you saved my life because there was literally seeds, bone meal. You can see the reaction on my face. I was ecstatic. But you know, I left some things there. Like I only took one ender chest. I only need one. I mean, I don't even know what the point of having them is. I don't even know how people get so many of them. Besides duplication, which might be actually how people do it. But yeah, so I had to pretty much plant my own food, which didn't work at first for whatever reason. The seeds kept popping up out of the ground. It was frustrating. I had no idea what I don't know if it was just a server thing or that's a stupid 1.12. I had no idea what was going on. It was a really strange experience, so I eventually gave up on letting him grow because it took forever. I just ended up using bone meal. I don't want to use bone meal because I know it's probably going to be pretty difficult to find because I won't be able to fight skeletons for a while until I get armor. But I was able to make myself some bread, which was really nice because I hadn't eaten in probably about an hour and a half or so. So the fact that I didn't die of starvation is actually really freaking amazing. But yeah, I was able to collect some more wood planks, and I was able to build myself some nice tools, which was really nice. Took me about only 2 hours on playing in the server to find an actual real tree instead of just one log, but eventually I was able to do it, and then very nearby I found my first iron, which I almost destroyed in lava. Thankfully I was able to take one of the buckets and dream my way out of it, but you know, it was okay. One thing I will say about the server is the fact that I had to cut out a lot of content, not only for the sake of brevity, because the entire clip that I filmed was about 2.5 to 3 hours long, but because the chat is extremely toxic, and next time I'm just going to be turning it off when I record, because the stuff you see now isn't nearly as bad as what it is. Like, it is a lot more toxic than I ever imagined it could be. Anyway. So I did eventually end up traveling down the Obsidian Highway that led north, because I did, again, trying to find my settlements now that I had some food. I even killed a zombie or two, got some rotten flesh, which actually saved me again because I ran out of bread at some point. I had to make another little farm, and the skeletons were trying to attack me. And I saw a wither in the middle of the road. I'm like, nah, I'm not going to deal with that, so I just ran east. And then I found this little cave, and at first everybody was saying, oh, there's nothing in there. Oh, nothing's in there. I'm like, you know, this would be the kind of server that would try to troll you if there was actually something there and they're saying there's nothing there. So I figured, why not? I'm gonna go down. And I wasn't sure what to expect. I don't know if it was gonna be a massive trap where I just like lose all my stuff and all my levels, at which case I probably would have rage quit because I was getting a little bit frustrated. I didn't have any more food. I was running out of bone meal. And eventually I did find this beauty, which is a melon farm. And it was one of the most refreshing things to see in like the last 2 hours, because now I had a sustainable source of food that wasn't going to require bone meal, because melons, you know, they grow extremely quickly. So I even made some improvisations. I made some improvements, like English, to the farm, and I think I have about, to date, about like 3 sacks of melons. So as soon as I get back on the server, which is probably going to be today or tomorrow, I should have a huge amount of food. I'm going to mine for some more iron, and we'll see what happens. I might even leave a couple extra goodies for people that come over here, like a couple melons in a chest or something. But yeah, I added some more water and some torches, so the farm will be even bigger. But anyway, that's pretty much all for today. If you guys enjoyed this video and want to see more 2B2T content, or want me to try out other Minecraft servers, just let me know. Alright, stay frosty.